Commanders, welcome back to the port for day 2 of Fleet Week. We are looking at the new Tier 4 American Tech Tree ship, the Nevada. Our commander is William Sims. His base trait, built to last, gives a hit point bonus for every tier of the ship. He is inspired by D. Ravel and Charles Madden. In row 1, we chose Flammable Cannoneer. In row 2, gyrating drill bits. In row 3, marksmanship. In row 4, reaching out XXL. And our legendary skill is will to rebuild. All right, taking a look at the upgrades, there's only one, main battery mod 2. You can see the sun indicating early access for the Nevada. We have it. It is fully upgraded and fully maxed out. We've got 3 charges of the repair party and 3 catapult fighters. I'm unsure about the gameplay. I think we may have had the temporary Type 2 camo mounted, and we are flying the 2-year strong flag. 49,720 hit points and an 18% torpedo damage reduction with this build. We've got two rifle and three rifle and 3 rifle turrets, 16.2 kilometer range, 32.9 second reload, 35.4 second turn time. HE shells do 5,000 damage with a 30% fire chance. The AP shells do 11,330 damage. You got 2 different suites of secondary guns. They all have a firing range of 4 kilometers and they all do 1,800 HE shell damage. The first 8 of them reload every 4.5 seconds with a 9% fire chance. The second 10 guns reload every 7 seconds and have a 6% fire chance. As you see at the bottom, that first suite of AA guns is dual purpose. Secondary guns, AA guns, dual purpose. That's what I meant. Max speed of the ship 18 knots, turning circle 610 meters, rudder shift 14.7. It's the 4th of July. I'm sorry about the explosions in the background. All right, concealment or lack thereof. 12.9 kilometers on the surface, 10.4 from the air, 11.3 when firing in smoke. All right, let's look at the armor viewer. A lot of blue. Not sure how I feel about that. Almost Blue. Great song by Chet Baker. Doesn't have anything to do with this video. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. 19 millimeter bow, mostly underwater citadel. You can see the part that does protrude above the water has a beveled edge. The front plate, the top of the front plate is thicker. The bottom of the front plate is green, aka very thin. All right, so the side plating, 25. I mean, I'm not an armor expert. I guess it's better than nothing, but I'm not saying it's the greatest ever. Your turret faces are sloped and heavily armored. I guess all in all, you could consider this good armor for the tier. Maybe not the best, but good. All right, let's get into a match. So real quick, um, I had to re-record my voice over here, not because I made a bunch of mistakes like I already did in this one, but because I wanted to compare the New York and the Nevada. As you can see, we're here on a domination game, and I blew past the name of the map, maybe New Dawn. We are top tier. It is 3s and 4s. Look at that. It's like I do this professionally or something. Threes and fours, New Dawn, Domination Match, Aircraft Carrier. I mean, the good thing about it is we're top tier. So here are the numbers: New York versus Nevada. They both have the same survivability score of 57. The New York's artillery rating is 78. The Nevada's a 79. Keep in mind that I'm using Lee in the New York and Sims in the Nevada. AA defense, here's a measurable difference. The New York is 34, the Nevada is 46. I do not believe the New York secondaries are dual purpose. Maneuverability in New York is 21, the Nevada is 15. And concealment, New York 43, Nevada 47. The gun arrangement, the New York is 5x2s, and the Nevada has two barrels and two 3 barrels. So total of 10 on each ship. So it begs the question, if it's essentially the same ship with just some, AA defense, concealability, maneuverability, not a huge difference. Those aren't big numbers. Really, AA defense is the only big difference between the two. Do we really need this ship in the game? Hate to say it, but do we? Do we really need the Tennessee in the game when we have the New Mexico? Minutely different between those two. This is a little bit more visually different with the AA, but I just am really pondering if these ships really need to be in the game. And don't get me wrong, I like the Nevada. I have a really great game here in the Nevada. We're headed towards Charlie. We see a very appetizing sight, a broadside cruiser, the Omaha. I said broadside. Speaking of broadside, let's give them a full broadside. Oh no. Goodbye, Omaha. I don't even think that's a song, but I just made it up. Devastating strike. First blood. 3 citadels and the kill. Is the Omaha the most dev-struck ship in the game? Comment below. All right, here's another broadside cruiser, the Kirov. Russian variety. I think I aimed a little bit too low on that. They looked so good going in. I don't know what happened there. All right, I swear there was a destroyer over here, and I swear I asked people to kill it. More on that later. All right, here's a Texas ship I own. Got it as part of the Firepower Edition. And then I went back to the store and for $9.99 bought it again. I really just got a bunch of silver and upgrades and stuff like that for it. But I did it because it helps save the Texas from destruction. Speaking of destruction, another salvo at the Kirov. Why shoot at the Texas when I can shoot at a soft-skinned Russian cruiser? All right. So we're continuing onward. Trying to get one more. So, wow, nice dodge. Barely dodged that torpedo, at least from our view, but I don't think he can dodge this salvo. Oh no. Boom shalakalaka. Killed number 2. Hey teammates, I've only talked about it like 10 times already. Can you please kill this destroyer? I have to fight the Texas. We're the only battleships in the game. We were the only battleships in the game since the beginning of the game. Let me kill the Texas. You guys kill the destroyer. Life will be great. He's giving me full broadside, maybe to dodge these torpedoes. And we're giving him lots of damage, over 12,000. By the way, if you haven't supported the Texas in the store, not that I live in Texas or have any affinity for the Texas, I'm just saying history's meant to be remembered. Think of all the great warships that no longer exist. First and foremost, like the USS Enterprise. Couldn't be saved, went to the scrapyard. Let's not have the Texas suffer that same fate. Except in this game, All right, that salvo was kind of lame, almost half the damage of our last salvo. That cursed Russian destroyer is still out there, but this Texas is still giving me full broadside, almost full broadside. You made a mistake, sir. All right, maybe you didn't make a mistake. That was also really lame. Am I gonna do anything good here? Aimed a little bit above the waterline. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Over 17,000 and the Duguay Trouin finishes them off. By the way, I don't know if y'all took French in seventh grade like I did, but Duguay Trouin in French means this vending machine is out of order. Trust me when I say that. All right, so please, teammates, could you kill the Podboyski? Please. Could you please kill him? Please. I'm just a slow, sluggish, meandering battleship. I'm just trying to live life out here in the deep blue sea. I think that destroyer did something I can empathize with right there. I think he ran into an island. I hear you, man. Been there, done that. All right, I think I might fast forward here briefly because there's a real boring part where we're getting around an island. Okay, hey, look, here's that stupid destroyer I asked everybody to shoot like 10 years ago at the beginning of the match. At least 7.5 minutes ago, I asked people to shoot him. All right, there's a high caliber. And here's some more damage. And I'm like, man, I'm switching to HE. I hate to do it. It's somebody else's job to kill this guy, not mine. But sometimes if you want the job done right, you got to do it yourself. And we're waiting for the HE to load. And I put up my airplane because I've been operating under the delusion that that fighter plane will help spot torpedoes and help spot destroyers. And I think I'm finally starting to realize in this Fleet Week series of recordings that all it does is attack enemy fighter planes. That's it. So there's really no reason to launch that airplane unless enemy fighter planes are closing in, like bombers and stuff, are closing in on your ship. By the way, there's the destroyer. There was the destroyer. Kill number 3. If you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. All right, we are over 100,000, over the century mark. A sign at the very least, since we're winning, that I can claim I had a great game in the Nevada. I used to actually live in Las Vegas for about a year and a half. I worked at Bally's and Caesar's Palace. Vegas is a very interesting place. Obviously, I haven't lived there. Well, I mean, how would you know? I have not lived in Las Vegas for about 15 years. So the Las Vegas is always changing. We take a torpedo there. I believe we are attracting the attention of the aircraft carrier for the first time in the game. As you can see, even though our AA isn't great, although it's better than New York's, we are starting to shoot down carrier planes. And we're flooding, and we can't stop the flood. Um, yeah, real quick about Las Vegas. Please, when you go there, do not use your ATM card in the casino. Don't do it. Just pull the money you intend to gamble out of your wallet, put it in your pocket, go to the ATM at the beginning of the night, get the money you intend to gamble, the money that you're donating, the money you know you're going to lose there, put it in your pocket. And if you are playing a game, or especially if you are playing a machine and you put 20 bucks in and you win 100 bucks at Wheel of Fortune or 500 bucks or whatever it is, eject that ticket, put it in your pocket, and continue gambling with the money you originally dedicated to gambling. Because if you don't print that ticket out and don't save it from certain doom, you will gamble it all away. Hear me now, believe me later, boys and girls. And by the other way, if you like playing table games, there are only a few table games that you can actually win at because you're usually gambling against other people just like you. Blackjack, poker, and maybe if you are smart, you can do a parlay at the roulette table. It's real simple. The roulette table has three rows of numbers, like 1 to 12, 13 to 24, 25 to 36, or something like that. You just bet $10 on two of the rows and you leave the third row blank. And if you win, you'll get your money back plus $10. All right, look at that. Gambling tips here on World of Warships Legends from a former resident of Lost Wages. All right, so the aircraft carrier finally gets spotted, and I finally start shooting at him. And we get another citadel. Now, here's something I want to point out. The aircraft carrier's planes are doing a torpedo run on the aircraft carrier. And I don't have a problem with doing a singular torpedo run. I don't. But in a minute, he is going to start telling me to pay attention over there where the aircraft carrier used to be. I know where the aircraft carrier used to be. I just citadeled him. Okay? Really, I'm wondering if carrier captains are ever going to figure out that in this scenario, the most important thing is to keep the carrier spotted. Don't go in for a torpedo run or a bombing run. Just keep him spotted so your top tier, tier 4, high caliber Nevada battleship can give him the full broadside from 14 kilometers away. As you can see here, the Nevada is having success shooting down airplanes. However, we are also taking damage from those airplanes, and more are on the way. Yep, I can't escape my fate. And so I'm asking the guy, hey, just help me out. Just give me the spot. I know I can kill the aircraft carrier if I can only see him. Now, the enemy carrier captain does a great job here. He comes alongside the island with his torpedo bombers. He knows I'm not going to turn into the island to get away. This is annoying. I know the guy's over there. I just can't see him. I travel 18 or 19 knots. I can't sail over there in 1 minute. Just keep him spotted for me to be able to shoot at. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much to ask? I really don't think so. Although we really didn't do a whole lot of damage there. Although we did shoot down our 22nd airplane. And I will remind you, the AA rating of the New Mexico, the Nevada, not the New Mexico, the Nevada in this build is 46. So with a 46 AA rating, I've shot down 22 airplanes. He's telling me the guy's over there. I know the guy is over there. If you didn't let his AA shoot down all your airplanes by getting too close to him, I could be shooting at him, but I can't shoot at him. And now I'm dead. And he got a liquidator. And we're going to win this match, but that was uber frustrating. It's even more frustrating watching it at the end, knowing that if the guy didn't go in for the attack and just kept the aircraft carrier spotted, I may have been able to take him out before he killed me. Just food for thought for you aspiring CB commanders out there. All right, we do win this match. Runs out of time. We ended up with a first blood, a devastating strike in the high caliber, 120,857 damage, 281,982 silver. I want to say we got those 3 big kills, 5 citadels, 22 airplanes shot down. Yes, I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking screenshots, baby. All right, we ended up with 2,628 base XP, top of the board. Welcome. Day 2 of the Fleet Week. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. See you on the next video.